Hey guys, today we are playing a Modern League on Magic Online, and we are playing Omnath Control, a pretty new deck that is a result of Modern Horizon 2, so it is playing 4 copies of Prismatic Ending and also Fire and Ice, so 6 cards in main deck that came from Modern Horizons. Other than that, the deck is blue, green, red, and white, and we are playing all the sweet stuff, so we're playing a ton of removal spells, Prismatic Ending, Path to Exile, Lightning Bolt, also Fire, Supreme Verdict, so all the sweet stuff. We are also, because this is a control deck, we are playing the classic control cards like Teferi, Time Raveler, and also Jace the Mind Sculptor, together with Shark Typhoon and Snapcaster Mage. Wrenn and Six, because we play red and green and you want to have Wrenn and Six in a red and green deck. And also Expressive Iteration to just stabilize the deck a bit more and find the solutions in different situations. So that's it for the main deck. In the sideboard we have Rest in Peace for what Rest in Peace is good of course, all the graveyard relying decks. We have Kataki, War's Wage, because of all the new Affinity, or better to say artifact decks that mostly are a result of the printing of Urza's Saga. We have our counter engine for matchups where we need counter, as well as Alpine Moon for stuff like Tron or any other deck where a distinct set of lands is pretty important. Also Engineered Explosives, 2 copies of it. Also because of newer cards like the kitchen combo with Asmo, which is just creating a ton of value out of 0 mana artifacts, so we can wipe the board with it. Also, there are many other situations where Engineered Explosive is just great. Wear and Tear, also a situation that I described before. We want to destroy artifacts, but also there are a bunch of really powerful enchantments in the format, so Tear is also good. And then we have Kozilek just as a trick in our sleeve in grindy decks. Maybe the Mirror or Blue-White Control. It's just a trick in our sleeve if the games go long and go grindy. So let's get started. We are on the draw here. Let's see what we got. Well, this is a keep, definitely, looking pretty nice. We're going to... well, it would be nice to keep the Wrenn and Six as long as we can really get value out of the Triome. Therefore we are going to start with a Windswept Heath and our... oh, this is some kind of Affinity. Yeah, we are going to play Windswept Heath, grab a red source, and next turn we are going to play either Breeding Pool or Forest to get Wrenn and Six into play. But this could be quite a quick game. Opponent has dumped his hand. Let's see how quickly he will find the plating. I'm not that familiar with the new kind of Affinity deck, so I'm not sure, but I think one of their main win options is still Cranial Plating. So we will most likely... yeah, there's the plating. And it's already attached. We are getting a bunch of damage here. So we need to get rid of the plating as soon as possible. So let's grab a Sacred Foundry here. Let's see what we got. Nothing of relevance. We're down to 13 here. Well, we could run the Memnite, which would A, shrink down the Frogmite, and B, most likely the Frogmite will attack Wrenn, which will buy us some time. Hopefully. Maybe, well, this is an aggro deck, so maybe our opponent just goes into our face. You never know. But there is a world where he wants to kill the Planeswalker before he continues swinging on me. Other than that, next turn we will play Teferi, bounce Frogmite, so that well, there's still the Blink mod, so maybe the Summoning Sickness, relying on Summoning Sickness, isn't the best plan there, but still, I think mana-wise he cannot activate the Blink mod, equip the plating, and still equip the plating. So I don't think that this works like that. But of course we have to do the math. Okay, we're down to 2 when we are. Well, no, we have a Plains. This is good. Let's see. Let's do the math here. So we are bouncing Frogmite. He can play it for 3 next turn. Then he activates Blinkmoth and equips, so this does not work. Other way around, we are bouncing plating. He needs to play it again for 2. Bounce plating. He needs to play it again. And he has the mana open for. So I think the only thing here to survive is to jump block with a Snapcaster Mage. The sad as it sounds, but that's the only way we are going to survive here. Luckily we have a bunch of sideboard cards against this kind of deck. Urza Saga is also really good here. This will be one big construct. Well, this would also kill the Frogmite here. But then next turn we need to deal with the Blinkmod Nexus here. But yeah, just play Snapcaster Mage first. Declare blocks. Does he have something against Snapcaster Mage? I don't think mainboard. Okay, so next turn we still draw nothing. Well, +1 here. Okay. Well, the only thing that would save us is a lightning bolt or a path to exile. No. That we cannot win. So we want to have, like, Kataki is really good. What's a rare and tear is really good. Alpine Moon is good. Engineered explosives, maybe, but maybe against the Urza Saga constructs, but let's check what we want to keep out here. I think Wrenn and Six isn't that great. Also, well, it's a creature deck, so Path is always good as well. Teferi is good because it's bouncing nearly everything. I'm not sure if Shark Typhoon is that great. Well, it is a nice finisher, so just trim one. Other than that, well, maybe we'll go down one Teferi here, because they do not have anything of relevance that is interacting on instant speed. So take this in. Maybe it's wrong to not board in engineered explosives here. Maybe we want to trade the paths for explosives. On the other hand, we are boarding in Kataki. This is tricky. Well, let's try it like that. We do want to play first, of course. This is a nice hand. We have Lightning Bolt, which buys us some time. So keep play Heath tapped, pass turn. Not play Heath tapped, but search for a red source tapped. I think we are going to grab a Steam Winds. Oh, opponent's mulligan to 5, that's nice. So nice for us, not nice for him. Well, the problem with the Affinity deck is always when they're dumping their hand and we are somehow controlling the board, it's really difficult for them to come back into the game. Take Steam Winds here. Oh no, we can't take Steam Winds, of course. Then take the Raugrin Triome. Well, the nice thing here is also I'm not sure how many basic lands they're playing, but I think Field of Ruin is quite effective against them. Well, they're also playing Urza Saga, so of course it is effective. But these two lands are indestructible, so it does not make sense to play Field of Ruin on them. Not a Memnite, okay. And a Frogmite. Plating? Of course, plating. Okay, so now we are saving Lightning Bolt to whatever gets a grip of plating. Problem here is that there is a Welding Jar in play. So what would be also nice would be a board wipe as soon as possible. We do want a green source here. Also Kataki would be a hell of a draw here. This is also nice. Only problem here is we need to fetch for a red source, which takes us some damage, but anyway. Opponent has 0 cards in hand. If we does not draw any land, we can avoid the equipment of granular plating here. Bold Frogmite. Metallic Rebuke will fetch. Take a red source. Let's see that we have double white up for any board wipe. I'm not... Okay, he is regenerating Frogmite here. But it gets tapped. And now we can just bounce the blading and hope that our opponent does not throw a land to equip. And then next turn we can play Omnath. Sounds like a plan. Iteration is also good. Okay, let's hope that our opponent does not throw a land. If he does, we are in a bunch of trouble. Nice. Okay, next turn, Omnath will come down to the board. And he plays a bubble. Nice. This Path to Exile is really also a hell of a draw, because we can just, when opponent attacks, we can just path the creature that is attached to cranial plating. Blue. Okay. I do not want to... I'm just playing the Arid Mesa, so I'm getting 8 life here. I'm not fetching in my turn, but in my opponent's turn, so I'm going up to 18 and also then have the white mana up to cast Path to Exile. Which will allow my opponent to draw a card, of course. Not to draw a card, to play a basic land. So then he does not have that trouble when I'm bouncing Cranial Plating again. There's the Urza's Saga, sure. But this dies to Field of Ruin. Sure. Please declare your attacker's opponent. Okay, we do want to... Well, first we want to fetch, right? Unfortunately, we have to shock ourselves for this. There is the fountain. But we go up to 15 again. Exile Memnite. So our opponent has 1 card up. Is this any kind of burn spell? Not sure about this. Let's find out. Well, let's Let's block the Frogmite then. If it's a burn spell, it's a bad play by me, but it wasn't. Nice. There's also Jace, so we can start... So, I do not want to play... Well, let's first Field of Ruin the Ursus Saga. And we could just bounce. We could just either bounce the Memnite with Jace, or maybe we find something out of this iteration. Let's see what we find in iteration first. Rare and Tear and Bolt. Okay, this is really good. Rare and Tear on our hand. Scalding Tarn under the library. Exile both. Bolt the Memnite. Play Jace plus Jace. Easy life. Blue. And attack with Omnath. Yeah, that's definitely game for me. Up to game 3. And we haven't seen a Kataki yet, so imagine if we have drawn Kataki. Bold also, so we are going to keep this definitely. We have a board wipe, we have spot removal with lightning bolts, so I like this hand. We're going to keep it definitely. So let's hope our opponent does not have a explosive start here. He doesn't. Well, just play Sacred Foundry tapped here. Pass turn. Also, Snapcaster Mage is really good here, because we can then bolt again if there's any threat. The nice thing with Kataki is, I think it says sacrifice, and that would mean that we also get to destroy the indestructible lands of our opponent. Opponent getting to draw a bunch of lands here, and not lands, cards. Well, we do not want Frogmite to get equipped with the Shadow Spear. Let's go Scalding Tarn, pass turn, Bolt Frogmite when it gets equipped. Opponent can... no, he can't. He could. If he is activating the Springleaf Drum, he can create a construct, but I'm sure he has another land in hand. Kataki would be the perfect Toronto. Oh, sure. This isn't even legendary. Of course, you can play 2 Ursus Saga. Yeah, we still want to board the Frogmite here. Well, he can regenerate it. Do I still want to bold it? Well, we can get rid of Welding Jar. That means the constructs get a bit thinner. Let's get the Raugrin Triome here. Path is good. Path is really good. Let's go Iteration and see what we can throw out of Iteration. Yeah, so Bolt, we are going to take Bolt, put Shark Typhoon under our library and play Arid Mesa here. Pass turn. So the good thing with Path to Exile is that that it cannot be regenerated with Welding Jar, so we can definitely handle the construct here. The more time we are buying us, the better. Okay, our opponent is creating another one. So I'm just thinking of taking the hit. But no, that's not good because there's Needle. Oh my god. I was healing, and if he now is putting the Piffing Needle on Arid Mesa, no. Luckily, he put it on Teferi Time Raveler. So this was really close now because I was yielding. He could have just naming Arid Mesa, and I would have get the chance to Path to Exile the construct. So okay. Still, it would be 6. Anyway, I want to path this. I'm here for the long game. We need more. We do not have a green source, so we need it for Omnath to come down the board. So let's grab Temple Garden here. And we have Snapcaster Mage, which is also relevant because we could just Snapcaster the next construct. Kataki, come on. Field of Ruin is also nice. We could just kill our opponent's Ursa Saga, taking the hit here. Only problem is if our opponent is playing Cranial Plating in his turn, we would die out of it, most likely. So just playing Clifftop Retreat here is the play, I guess, and having Snapcaster Mage Path to Exile up. Sure, make another construct. So it seems like we need to sacrifice our Supreme Verdict for the last construct here. But still we bought ourselves a bunch of time. So So if you could draw some hate here, it would be perfect. Really the perfect draw again, it is Kataki, of course. We could also, if we have Snapcaster Mage in play and our opponent does not play any further... Okay, never mind. Well, the problem now is really the Welding Jar because he gets to regenerate the construct. So we need to find a way to not kill it but exile it. Plating. All right. Blue. Path the construct, and well, we cannot do much more. Path. Okay, how many basic lands does our opponent have in his deck? Nothing. Okay, no more basic lands, so that's really nice. There's plating. So we need to find a solution now for this construct. Supreme Verdict isn't the solution because you can regenerate. It's not Wrath of God. Still, this construct does not do is not trampling. Problem is the Shatter Spear. If he equips a Shatter Spear, it is trampling. So maybe we just want to play. Let's see what we draw out of Omnath. If it's a fetch land, we get 8 life, then we can take 1 hit of a construct equipped with plating and Shatter Spear. Problem is also the lifelink here. Unholy Heat. That is most unfortunate. Rare and Tear is good, except right now we cannot play it. So let's play a tapped Breeding Pool here and cross our fingers that we do not die. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's really a bunch. It's 13, 13. Oh no, 13, 7. Construct. Oh. 14, 8. Yeah, sure. Do we survive this? 17. Oh no, it's complete. It's. Oh no. It is really exactly 16. Oh my god. Damn it. That is unfortunate. We had the Wear and Tear in hand. Oh my god. Well, sometimes that's not... It's not like you can win it. Alright, up to the next one. Okay, we are on the play. Unfortunately, we only have 1 land in hand, so we cannot keep this. We need to mulligan here. On the other hand, we have true Prismatic Ending here, so we could handle early threats. So maybe it is worth to keep, because we can interact with our opponent. Well, let's give it a try. Also, we of course have Wrenn and Six in hand, so one fetch land and all our doubts are gone. Also, our opponent is mulligan to 2 cards. What is this, Tron? So this is really in our favor, because we have a... Okay, opponent scoops right away. That is interesting. Okay, so it is... I need to somehow board in blindly here, but decks in Modern that are mulligan aggressively are most of the time Tron decks. So from the tier decks, it's Tron most of the time. So we are going to board like we would have board against Tron here. So take out Lightning. Well, yeah, Wear and Tear we want to have against Tron. We want to have, like I already boarded in. Where is it right now? Oh, Alpine Moon is good against Tron. And well, I think one could argue to have some sort of counters, but I'm not 100% sure about the counters here. Well, first, what don't we want to have against Tron? So Lightning Bolt isn't that good. So let's trim Lightning Bolt here. Anything else is... Oh, so Verdict is also not good. Then I brought in Bolt again. So this is in the blind. It could be that I'm completely mistaken here. Well, let's try it like that. We are 1-0 right now against this opponent, and we do not know what he's playing. So I don't want to sideboard too aggressively. It's just that I would guess that this might be Tron. Might be also some kind of combo deck. But this hand right here, if our opponent is playing Tron, it's not the best hand, so we might want to mulligan it. Our opponent is keeping 7. So we cannot fight early Tron here, so I think we need to mulligan this. This is a bit better. I think I will ship back the Breeding Pool here. Or even the Mountain. So let's keep this, ship back the Mountain, and see what our opponent is up to. Yeah, it's Tron, like expected. Okay, Steamwind's tap. Next turn we can play Iteration to find a solution for Tron as soon as possible. So they did not have the standard draw for Tron where they have some kind of exploration map. Maybe they have... Okay, now they have Tron. So Alpine Moon is what we need. This is no Alpine Moon. Well, I guess we have to just Iteration here and hope for the best. Rare and Tear is good. Take this in our hand. Supreme Verdict below the library. And Exile Scalding Tarn. Okay, so this might be quick, because now our opponent has Tron. See what comes out of Tron. Only a Relic. And Oblivion Stone. This is good. We can destroy the Oblivion Stone. And there's the Alpine Moon. Perfect. So I think we just want to go... So we need to destroy the Oblivion Stone first. So let's just play Windswept Heath, grab a red source. Let's go with, well, we have the Steam Winds already, so we need to take another one. Let's take Sacred Foundry then. Yes, I do want to pay. And play Where on Oblivion Stone. And then Alpine Moon on Urza's Tower. And hopefully next turn we can play Jace. And yeah, plus Jace of course, and then try to avoid our opponent from trying Urza's Tower again. Sure. The turn after that we could start playing Omnath. Maybe well, Urza's Tower. There you go. Oh, anyway, so if he cannot handle it, okay, Alpine Moon works a bit differently. I name a card. I'm not enchanting a land. I name a land, and this land becomes basically a rainbow land. So even if our opponent is now searching for an Urza's Tower, okay, Blast Zone might be a problem here, because Blast Zone can handle Urza's Tower. This means he can blast away Urza's Tower next turn. He can blast away Alpine Moon next turn, which means that he has Urza's Tower in play again. Which means that we could just Field of Ruin a power plant. No, I'm stupid. What I'm doing here. We're just Field of Ruin the Blast Zone. Sometimes it's too obvious. Because this means that our opponent cannot destroy the Alpine Moon. Pass turn. So next turn we can play Omnath. Omnath into Jace would be perfect. Just perfect. Opponent has 5 mana. Is this it's another Oblivion Stone. Well, it costs 5. Oh, perfect. So, okay, Teferi. So we are... So we cannot go Omnath because our opponent can cast activate Oblivion Stone next turn. So what we need to do is be patient here. Play Breeding Pool tapped and bounce the Oblivion Stone with Teferi here to buy us another turn. So right now the game is about fighting about this Alpine Moon. Yeah, sure. Problem is our opponent is getting into the reach of naturally drawing something like Ugin. There is Sanctum of Ugin. Wrenn and Six is also a nice draw, because Wrenn and Six just means I am shooting down all of your lands. All of your important lands, better to say. Stirrings, sure. So if this Wrenn hits the board, it would be really, really, really nice. There is Wormcall Engine. Another Oblivion Stone. Expressive Iteration. Well, let's play Iteration first. Well, play plus Teferi first. Let's see what we get out of Iteration. Oh wow. Yeah. Put rare in our hands. Hallowed Fountain, Under the Library, and Temple Garden. Okay, so now we will play rare. And unfortunately nothing else, so we can play this tapped. But we can avoid... Yeah, we can avoid the O-Stone again. We do not find a sweet spot for bringing in Omnath though. Hopefully next turn we can start using Wrenn and Six to get rid of the other Urza's lands. There's another tower. What is this? Threat Dust? Audis Dust. Audis Dust is good. Which means our opponent has Tron again. So Wrenn and Six clearly doesn't come too late, so let's get rid of Urza's Power Blend. Grab an island. What has our opponent... He took Ulamog from Sanctum of Ugin. Okay, he is far away from Ulamog right now. We want to keep it that way, so we are... Oh, yeah, we just play the land. Sure. Well, let's hope that our opponent cannot develop Tron. Chromatic Sphere, okay. Come on, no Tron. Please, no Tron. Nice. So now Wrenn is doing a ton of work here. Just taking away the Urza's Mine now. Wait a minute. Yeah, we will play Jace. Jace over Omnath here. So we can check what our opponent is drawing. Plus on you. Khan liberated. He is too close for Khan, so I do not want him to draw it. Yes. Press turn. Maybe next turn there is a spot for Omnath. Wormcoil Engine. Okay, that was a misclick by me, but still we have enough time here. Okay, first play Omnath now. Well, we could just... We have Path, Wormcoil Engine in upkeep, and Tableland with ice. Seems like a plan. What's on top? Dismembering Omnath. Sure. That was kind of a misplay by me. So Warping Whale, we just need to avoid playing sorcery spells. Sure, we can keep that. Yeah. Then just take back Field of Ruin, get rid of Urza's Mine. Pass turn, yeah. Okay, here we wanna just tap one forest. Draw a card. Then in attack step of our opponent we are just pathing the Wormcoil Engine. Yeah, this is game. Okay, up to the next one. We are on the draw here with a land we can not keep in any world. So we definitely need to mulligan here. And our opponent is keeping 7 cards. This is better, we are getting rid of Field of Ruin and then get the game started. We're playing Raugrin Triome first here. Is this some kind of Boros aggro? Then the verdict would be really good. This is just burn. Sure. Think I just want to play Breeding Pool tapped here. So we need to find like Omnath would be a nice draw. Yeah, this is just plain old burn from the textbook. And we desperately need to find something that is gaining us life. I'm just going to draw with Teferi here. Oh, I could, yeah, and also can bounce the Rolling Vortex, for that matter. I'm already down to 9, so this is a close one. Another Triome. This is getting pretty close. We have just 2 turns. I guess we have 2 turns left before we need to take over with Omnath. So we have Shark Typhoon as a backup here to draw an additional card. Opponent has 5. Okay, we are going down to 5 and our opponent has 2 cards in hand, so this is getting pretty close. Especially if we keep drawing lands. Okay, we are definitely playing Shark Typhoon in our opponent's turn. We can see what we get out of it. But we might be dead already now. Even if he just gets us to 1, the Rolling Vortex is doing his work. Sure, Lightning Helix. Maybe he's also just waiting for us to tab out here. I think we can... Well, it doesn't matter, does it? Do we have the last burn spell? Down to 1. Jace. Well, even Jace cannot rescue us here. No, there is nothing that there is the vortex. That's a problem. Even if we draw with Jace something, we cannot play something here. We are dead. Okay, burn. I think Flusterstorm might be good here. Other than that, I don't know if... No, Engineered Explosive isn't good. We saw Rolling Vortex, so maybe we can play Tyr here. Wrenn, we could trim 1 Wrenn. Could play or trim even 2 Teferis, I guess. Omnath is our best card. Maybe also 1 Verdict. Let's try this. We need definitely a faster start here. This is a pretty good hand to keep. We have Flusterstorm for protection. And Snap to take back Flusterstorm. Our opponent is mulligan to 6. So it looks like a better start now. Goblin Guide. Sure. There's the Verdict. Do we want to play Wrenn now? No. And this Goblin Guide, it's not like it's super important right now. I rather want to counter any Lightning Helix that comes out of this right now. Goblin Guide could also draw the land. Swift Spear. Okay, this Verdict becomes more and more important now. So whatever comes out of the Sacred Foundry now gets countered by Flusterstorm. Sure. We draw a card from Goblin Guide. Lightning Bolt, no sir. So next turn we will most likely Snapcaster, Clock, and Flusterstorm. Another Wrenn. But still we stick to the plan that I just figured. Okay, let's let him attack first so we can see what is on top of Goblin Guide. Trigger Goblin Guide, sure. Response, we are playing Snapcaster Mage now. Trigger. Expressive Iterations. Well, this would... Actually, that would be a nice card to draw, so... We're just blocking the Goblin Guide here. See if our opponent wants to play something else. Rolling Vortex. We cannot counter that. Okay. Oh, Omnath, nice. Also Flusterstorm is nice. Here we just wanna go take Omnath in hand, Flusterstorm, Undle the Library, and Hallowed Fountain tapped. So then our opponent gets to hit us one time big, but next turn we will have Omnath with, and we can start the life gaining engine of Omnath. I'm not sure if this deck is playing with Unholy Heat, but still, even if our opponent does not have Delirium yet, we definitely need to get a green source here so that Omnath can hit the board. Sure. Down to 6. We are down to 5 now. Picking up... Let's take... Yeah, sure, Temple Garden. Nope. Alright. Here goes nothing. Green. White. Red. Blue. Draw a card. Oh, not an Omnath. Nice. Okay. Gain 4 life. I will not fetch this because I want to get another 4 life next turn. So in my opponent's turn. Can we get so close that this rolling vortex is killing our opponent? So we could even jump block the Swift Spear here because we have another Omnath. Okay. Just get a bunch of more life. Ha! Sure. This is good. Did not have this on my radar. So we need to get Rolling Vortex out of the field as soon as possible. Let's cycle the Triumph first. Wrenn is good. But we want to play Wrenn... not Wrenn, Teferi. Do we want to play it now or do we want to play it... Yeah, we want to play it now, bounce Vortex. Then next turn he's playing Vortex and needs to play another land to prevent us from gaining life. Sure. Okay, we're just plussing here, and we need to hope that our opponent does not have enough burn spells to kill us right now. It's a close one again. Yeah, this Rolling Vortex is doing a ton of work here. Well, it is literally preventing us from running away with the game here. Okay, down to 5. and our opponent cannot play anything that now in our turn. So this is really, really good now. We can just bounce Vortex. Sure. Oh, Shark Typhoon. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could just play Shark Typhoon and fetch once our opponent is playing Rolling Vortex again to gain a bit more life. Okay, he scoops up. So up to game 3, and I think I want to trim another Supreme Verdict here. And I do like Engineered Explosives because this Rolling Vortex, it's too dangerous. Other than that, maybe also trim... Well, why trim bolts? Nearly everything we got hits... Yeah, we just do not want to have Lightning Bolt. Path to Exile, I'm sorry. Just bring in Teferi, like that. This is an interesting matchup. This is a good hand. Oh no, it's not, because it's a one-lander, so we need to shift this away. This is too dangerous, because we cannot even play Prismatic Ending here. This is better. We're getting rid of Shark Typhoon, I guess. Okay, we can avoid some of the early threats like Goblin Guide or Swift Spear with Lightning Bolt. Goblin Guide would even help us draw some more lands. We still want to have a red source here desperately. Eidolon. Eidolon is pretty good as well against us, but we can just bold it. Bold or ending, but I think we want to bold it. But we will play it in our opponent's turn if he wants to burn us first, so he will also get some damage from the Eidolon. Okay, next turn we could play Teferi. No, thank you. I rather take 2 damage from your effect than from combat. Screw the critics, sure. 3 cards in hand. Another Boros Charm. Now it's getting pretty close here. Yeah, stick to the plan. Teferi, and we want to draw from Teferi here. We want to find a land or Omnath as soon as possible. Another wear and tear. It's not what I want to see in this spot. Three cards in hand. Is this already the victory? Ketria Triome. Well, We're down to 4. This is getting pretty close again. So what we could do here is... so even if we play Shark Typhoon, we can jump lock, so I think it's better to just kill the Sunbaked Canyon right now and have a red source up. So that if we draw Omnath next turn, we can play it. Jace is nice, because Jace can also bounce the Eidolon. But also this is... we are opening up the shields again here. We could also just play a big Prismatic Ending against this. I think that's a better play here. Because obviously it seems like our opponent doesn't have a burn spell currently in hand. We could have even played this instant because of Teferi. This is targeting us, sure. Another Jace. We need Omnath desperately here. Verdict is not good. Jace Brainstorm. Or, well, even if we play Jace Brainstorm now, there is nothing we could do against the burn spell, so I think we need to Jace Plus and hope that we see a land here. Rest in Peace is fine. Rest in Peace is totally fine. So hopefully we have one Brainstorm here now. Iteration. Okay, let's play Brainstorm. Oh, come on. We do not want to Verdict, and also the Arid Mesa is not doing any good now. Maybe we just need to... we cannot even fetch, that's a pity here. Well, get rid of these two. And I think we need to Iteration here. Just to get... if we can get to the next turn, in our next turn we have something, there's Omnath, so that we can play Omnath then. So take Omnath, play put Verdict under the library, Arid Mesa. We cannot play Arid Mesa right now, but maybe later. Pass turn. Cross our fingers that our opponent does not draw any burn spell. We do not want to have a rare tier here. We have one. That's enough. Please do not draw any burn spell. Nice. So the question is if he's just fooling around with us and is playing his burn spell now when we are playing Omnath. But we just need to give it a try. There is no other way to find it out. Do we have it? Oh no. Yeah. That's it. He played with us. He played it well. We cannot beat this. GG. We are on the play. I like being on the play. Well, I think this is a keep. Yeah. So we can play Wrenn and Six, turn 2 into Expressive Iteration, and turn 3. Only thing that might be a bit annoying would be a discard spell, but other than that, well, let's give this a try. Just play a try and pass. Affinity for winning. This seems to be... Well, is this Junt? It is either... I think it is Junt Death Shadow. So it's good to have a path to exile here. And yeah, I think we stick to the plan, just fetch a blue source here. Let's go with, well, let's go with Breeding Pool here. Yes, please. Play Wrenn and Six. So the first thing that our opponent needs to handle now is Wrenn and Six, and not ourselves. And we have the path to exile up, which is nice. If this is Junt Death Shadow. Yeah, it seems like Junt Death Shadow. Yeah. Stick to the plan. Expressive Iteration here. Red, blue. What will we see? Okay, so we see... well, let's go... So we want to keep the Fire and Ice. We do not want... We do not want to bolt our opponent here. So let's go just with Mountain, but I do not want to have a Mountain. I want... Well, let's just play the Mountain, activate the Wrenn, pass turn. The only thing now that could be of danger is a dashed Ragavan. But I'm not sure if the Death Shadow, the Junt list of Death Shadow is playing it. No. Swamp Cycling, sure. This could also be some kind of... yeah, sure. How is it called? Not... Is it Threat Returning? No, it's not Threat Returning. Living End. I think this is Living End. So we need to board Grey Fate. Sure. Junt Living End. Is that what we are against? So the Shark Typhoon isn't too bad here. Well, let's just thin out our deck here. And I think we will play a Shark Typhoon end of turn by our opponent. Plus Wrenn. Take back the Misty. Pass turn. So our opponent needs a Cascade. 3 mana is a good amount to play Cascade. Another Grief. Okay, I wanna play Shark Typhoon in response. Better to say I wanna cycle Shark Typhoon in response. To get a Shark that could actually block something as well. Oh no, Does this say, is this just non-land card? Damn it. So he can take Omnath. Why don't you take Omnath here? Because you have living end, sure. There it is. Yeah, this is now totally destructing our hand. We can just concede this and start boarding. Okay, so what is good against Living End? Well, of course, it's Rest in Peace. Other than that, well, Teferi is stopping Cascade, so it's also good. What's not good is Bolt. Let's get rid of the Bolt. Pav is good. Prismatic Ending, kind of. Could just bring in Kozilek. Maybe one Bolt, two Bolt Snap Bolt. If this is a thing. But yeah, I think all is relying on getting an early Rest in Peace into play. Or Teferi. There it is. So let's hope to not run into a discard spell first turn of our opponent. Okay. So let's cross our finger that we are not running into any discard spell. That's not a discard spell. Well, of course, he can have something. He can have removal for Rest in Peace. So Junt has a ton of removal for this. But anyway, we want to play this right now. Something like Abrupt Decay or Assassin's Trophy. This is yeah, they definitely play this in the board. Because they expect Rest in Peace, obviously. Why is he waiting in our fetch? Well, then let's get a deep thought what we do want to fetch. Well, we want a green source. And the rest is nearly irrelevant, but I think we want additional blue. Or... yeah, so let's grab... oh, we can't grab Breeding Pool. Then let's just play Stomping Ground here. What is our opponent waiting for? Stomping Ground. Would you like to pay? Yes, please. In either way, we got rid of a Street Brave. Why is he cycling? This is gone. This could already be the trophy or Abrupt Decay. Yeah, Teferi is perfect here, so take Teferi to hand and just play Steam Winds here. So even now, if he kills Rest in Peace, we can play Teferi. Only thing is, if he now kills Rest in Peace and then plays Cascade into Living End, but still, in this case, he does not have enough into Grave to threatening us. And I'm not sure if it is wise to waste your cycling cards right now when they go into exile. Grief. Grief will take definitely Teferi here. What? Why no Teferi? Blood Moon. That's good. That's pretty good. Okay. That makes sense. Well, let's play our mountains then. So now it's just... Well, still also he does not have a green source to play anything that can kill Rest in Peace right now. He's dumping his hand. Into 5. There is a Blains, that's a start. Because now we could... No, we can't. Fortunately, we cannot get rid of the Blood Moon. We need another color other than red for this. Sure. Jace, you also do us no good right now. Now our opponent is just playing these big creatures and is hitting us because the Blood Moon is preventing us from doing anything. Another Rest in Peace. Well, let's just play it. So we need another basic land other than a mountain to come back here. If in the next draw step we do not draw that land, it's over. It's not completely over though. But still the problem is we are giving our opponent a non-mountain land when we are playing Path to Exile here. Yeah, there's nothing else we can do. Well, at least it comes into play tapped. So one more draw step. Huh, there's the forest. And come on, moment of truth. We can cycle this. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. But even if we see a land now, we cannot handle... no. GG opponent, that's it. Concede. So far not the best league, we are 1-3. With Omnath Control, we are on the play here. This is a good hand. Well, let's just play Hallowed Fountain tap past. Noble Hierarch. I like killing Noble Hierarchs before my opponent can do anything with them. Because sometimes they rely on the mana. Is this Infect? Seems like. Yeah, it's Infect. Let's grab a red and white source here, so Sacred Foundry. And then we could just Prismatic Ending the Glistener Elf and path the Inkmoth Nexus, so there is no Infect creature on the board. We have Fire Eyes, which is also good and will kill or tap a threatening Infect creature. Okay, the agent, yeah, sure. We can just kill this with fire. Opponent is tapped out, so we will do it in our turn. Well, on the other hand, he could have Force of Negation. So I might just wanna path to exile this right now. No. Because I can also handle it with Teferi when I draw land. Expressive Iteration. So I think this is a spot where we cannot, where only in a really short edge or small case we could die from the Bloodstain Agent. Well, let's grab Island and play Arid Mesa here. Which means we have still Path to Exile up if this Blighted Agent is of any threat. If it's not, I'm just going to bounce it with Teferi. Another Nexus, sure. Is it just attacking? Well, if he's just attacking, he's activating a Nexus. In this case, I will exile the Nexus, because it's harder to get off the board. We do not have a green source yet. Spell Pierce, sure. Another fire. We're on 16. So potentially I could kill an Inkmoth Nexus and block or tap a Blighted Ancient. I don't want to play Teferi here because then I cannot interact with whatever my opponent is up to. So let's just see. Most likely he will, activate Nexus again. What we could also do is like ice the Nexus now, but I rather want to kill a Inkmoth Nexus here. That would be better. So let's just fire. Oh, this is great. I could also just play fire on both of them. Oh, yeah, just need to click them. So fire is really good in this matchup. Did not you so rarely you distribute damage with fire that I wasn't aware of that. But that's really cool. So then fire is one of our best cards in our deck against this opponent. Vines of Vastwood. Sure. The Inkmoth Nexus would still die here. What else? Mutagenic Growth. That would be 4 poison. We are taking 4 poison here because we can do the same thing next turn again. Then we can check what our opponent has for this next turn. Maybe we also have a Teferi in play, sure. So this means we can do it without any interaction from our opponent. We just need to make sure that Teferi survives. Okay. Be a sweet, sweet solution. If we can do it right now. Yes. So basically then also Snapcaster Mage would be one of our best draws because we can get Fire Eyes back. We only play 2 in the list. So because of Teferi, he cannot interact with this. Well, let's play Jace. Brainstorm. And we are either looking for a Bold, a Prismatic Ending, or a Path to Exile, because we can also Prismatic Ending instant speed with Teferi. If we would play that safe, we could just plus this and have Verdict up. We did not play any land this turn, right? I'm not sure. But let's just put back these 2 guys here. Yes. Plus Teferi. Passing the turn. So also Field of Ruin would be a good draw right now. Because then we could just kill Nexus with Field of Ruin, but I think right now if he activates it, the Inkmoth is dead because he cannot interact with a Lightning Bolt. Yes. Scale up, respawns, Bolt. Pass. Do we wanna... Well, I think there is no point in just plussing Teferi right now. We can just play Brainstorm all the time now, because there's also an ending. I think we are just putting these two back, plussing Teferi, playing Wrenn and Six, then I'll smoothly run down the game here. This is now just Planeswalker control. We just need to draw an Omnath here. Blighted Agent, sure. Well, again, we could just... He needs to pump it in his main step, so we can then Prismatic End it in response. So I do not want to fire it now, because I can also bring my opponent to wasting his cards. Yeah, okay. Okay, so what do we want against this deck? We want Alpine Moon to handle the Inkmoth Nexus. Also, Mystical Dispute and Flusterstorm are good in this matchup. I'm not sure about Engineered Explosives. Okay, let's see. So, what is not good? Wrenn and Six doesn't do that much, does it? Well, it is pinging. So Teferi is really good here. I mean, we could trim one Verdict here. Also, maybe Shark Typhoon. But it can jump block. This is a tough decision here. Bolt is also good. Path to Exile is good. Maybe just... Well, trim a bunch of Wrens, I guess. Trim 2 Wrens. Teferi is too good to take it out. Fire also, maybe also a Jace and a Shark Typhoon here. Maybe we just want to have one dispute here. Right like that. Yep, this is a pretty nice hand. You can get rid of Inkmoth Nexus quite quickly, and we have the spot removal. So we are definitely going to keep this. If our opponent is not playing anything, we are just playing Alpine Moon on... I still want to play Alpine Moon on Inkmoth Nexus right now. Yeah, let's do it. Pass. So we're keeping Prismatic Ending here for whatever Infect creatures hitting the board. Seems like Listener Elf, another Noble Hierarch. We have a Verdict, which is also nice here. So we might even save a Prismatic Ending if we have a slow start from our opponent to just wait and then wipe the board with Verdict here. Sure. 2 damage from me. Opponent is going the Noble Hierarch Aggro strategy right now. And I think we want to thin out the deck a bit. I think we're going to search... Well, we already found the Hallowed Fountain, so we're just taking the other Triome. There is a mountain. Oh, not a mountain, a rainbow land. I always think it is a mountain because of, well, Blood Moon, obviously. Is he scaling up or pumping the Noble Hierarch now? Okay, let's just get Ketria, the Raugrin Triome here. And we need some action. This is action. This could actually kill both Hierarchs. Which... So yeah, first play Hallowed Fountain tapped here. No. And then in the combat step, before our opponent attacks, we will play fire on both Hierarchs. Because one of them most likely dies. And then there is no exalted trigger from one of them. Even if he's pumping one of them, then we are just saving one exalted trigger. Next turn we can play Supreme Verdict. Okay, so he will pump one Hierarch or protect it with... yeah, but I think he will not protect both of them. If he protects both of them and I think he cannot kill us then. And then it's more value because we get more hand cards out of him. And next turn we are playing Supreme Verdict. Yeah, Winds of Vast Root of the one that is attacking, sure. But not kicked. Yeah, he's protecting both. So no, he's not protecting both. Yeah, sure, he protected both. He played the Winds of Vast Root on the tapped one. So yeah, we made some value out of this. Can he kill us? No, he can't. Okay, well, we will play this safe and just play Verdict here. One card in hand for our opponent. What can you do against this? You can bounce a Noble Hierarch. You can make it indestructible, but with what card can a classical Infect deck bounce a creature or give it an indestructible? This is interesting. What does our opponent have in hand? Nothing. Okay. He was just bluffing. Well, now it's the old control plan. Yeah, land go. And we have the Triome, so we can draw a card. So let's just fetch to thin out the deck a bit. And then play the Triome. But we could also think about Snapcaster Beatdown, but there is a Fire and Ice Engrave, and I would rather reuse it. We have plenty of time here. We just need to find maybe a Planeswalker other than Wrenn. Iteration is a good start here. Oh yes, baby. Sadly, we do not have a fetch land. So I think I want Omnath over Teferi here. So take Omnath to our hand. Teferi on bottom of our library. Exile, Fire Ice, play Omnath. Blue, red, right. Anyway, okay. Then we can play Clifftop. We also get a bunch. We get 4 life back, which is also nice. And we do not need this Fire and Ice because we have 1 engrave and we have Snapcaster Mage. If we, however, draw a fetch land out of Omnath, it's a different story. Again, 2 green, 1 blue. What does our opponent have in hand here? Is it just a bluff again? What is this? Return target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. Shuffles 3 target cards from their graveyard into their library. Sure. We still have the draw trigger. Teferi. Perfect. Pass. So now we even have Path to Exile up if he finds a solution to the Alpine Moon. Which I doubt. Would Frozen Grip could be a solution. Anyway, just play Omnath again. Draw a card. No fetch lands. Well, let's just play first pass turn. Do we? Oh, maybe it was a punt to not play Teferi, I'm not sure, but we have Snapcaster Mage, so I feel pretty safe. Also, we have Path to Exile. So I really feel pretty safe about this whole situation. Just play Teferi here. Plus Teferi, attack with Omnath, and now sneak away with the game. I will not even fetch here, because a potential kill could be also through Omnath if I play 3 lands. Pithing Needle. Sure. Well, maybe in response I wanna Snapcaster Mage Expressive Iteration. Yeah, let's try that. Most likely the Pithing Needle will target Teferi, so I cannot do this instant speed in the upcoming turns. Well, I could remove Pithing Needle with Prismatic Ending, but I rather want to keep Prismatic Ending for more important things. Well, Dispute is a fine draw here. And both our opponents, so we can also get a bunch of value out of this, even in our opponent's turn. Well, you could say that when our opponent has so many lands, maybe Dispute isn't the best draw, but still, it's a security. Yeah, that's game. Attack for 6 and correct 2 fetches. Nope. Four damage for you. Okay, so we went 2 and 3 here. It was some of the matches we lost, they were pretty close. So not the best league, but also not the worst. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And yeah, we will see each other next time when we play another Modern League on Magic Online.